Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood scumbag useless middleman, property agent, and today I'm going to show you a video of an apartment that we're looking to rent out to the next the next tenant. This video is brought to you by AFAIK Property. AFAIK Property is Singapore's #1 property firm according to my mother. Trust me bro, we're going to show you this nice apartment and you're going to want to rent it. Over here we have a 3-bedroom, 1,000 square foot public housing apartment located in central Singapore. Most Singaporeans live in public housing, so you shouldn't worry about it, bro. Just trust me. The market rate for this size and location of property in Singapore is 4,400 Singaporean dollars a month, but I'm going to rent it to you for a special price of 5,000 Singaporean dollars a month. Why $5,000 over $4,400? You might think that's more expensive, isn't it? Well, I have two main reasons why. First off, I get another $1,000 commission if I manage to rent it to the next the next tenant at $5,000 as opposed to $4,400. The second reason is fuck you, that's why, because you're a tenant and you don't get to complain. Owners have all the rights. Tenants can just shut the hell up. That's how it works in Singapore, and if you didn't know that, you should read up on how it works here, foreigner. Over here, right after you walk into the apartment, you're going to see the dining area along with the living room on the right-hand side. You might notice the different colors across this living room and dining area along with the rest of the apartment, but trust me bro, my owner got the best prices with these bargain bin clearance colors so they could maximize the amount of profit that they extract from you versus the amount of money that they put into this property. Speaking of money that's been put into the property, my owner has put in 80,000 Singaporean dollars into renovating this public housing 3-bedroom, 1,000 square foot unit, and you're gonna pay for it. Since you're gonna be paying $5,000 a month over the course of this 2-year lease, you're gonna be paying $120,000, which will more than cover the $80,000 that was put into renovating this apartment and more, and you're gonna like it. Over here we have the kitchen, which has a Bosch oven. Oh my god, German Western brand. Amazing. The kitchen cabinets also come equipped with these easy closing handle-free hinges and slider mechanisms for both the drawers and the drawers, made by German company Bloom. And let me remind you, because it's a German company, it's more betterer because it's a Western brand, and that means reliability. And in theory, you will have a fuss-free perfect time when your hands are full closing these drawers just with your knee. But because of cost cutting and improper training by unprofessional professionals in Singapore, these hinges and slider mechanisms were incorrectly installed for most part, so you will have a frustrating, tedious time trying to get these cabinets closed or opened, or both, whenever you try to fiddle with them to the point where you get super frustrated. But guess what? You're the tenant. That's your problem now. And if those things break, that's also your problem. It's a selling point for property owners and property agents, and you're gonna lap it all up like it's a good thing. And it doesn't matter if it breaks or comes loose or doesn't work as intended, because that's not the property agents nor the owner's problem once you're moved in. And that's how they like to do it, keeping their hands dust-free, problem-free of your problems as a tenant. And over here we have this cute corner where you're gonna do your laundry with this aging washing machine that you may or may not have to help subsidize when it breaks down eventually because of the $250 repair clause. And you're not gonna be even able to keep the washing machine after you've moved out. Isn't that great? We have a nice fridge here that's freshly cleaned by professionals, and you're gonna have to pay for a professional in excess of $400 to $500 at current market rate in order to clean this apartment before you move out. Don't forget that, and don't forget to keep the receipts so you can show me those receipts after you've moved out. I will let you know that Singapore is such a high-functioning, high-trust society that almost every single property agent and every single property owner will demand for receipts as proof that you got a professional to get the apartment professionally cleaned after you've moved out, and will also demand for receipts that you service the air conditioning every 3 months for the entire duration that you were leasing the property, because even though those air conditioning units don't actually need servicing every 3 months by a cleaning company, We're getting you to pay for it, so you're gonna do it because it's not our money. Because screw you, you're the tenant, you're supposed to get screwed, that's your job. And our job as property agents and property owners is to do that screwing over onto tenants. And any property agent or owner who disagrees with this philosophy is a dumbass because they're not extracting the maximum amount of profit that they could extract from you. Over here in the living room, we have these heavily soiled, heavily used leather couches, which you're gonna sit on while you're watching TV, and you're gonna like it as well, along with this free moldy ass leg massage machine, which you get to use as well. So after a long days of work, you get to slump down on this lovely ass couch and put your legs inside the mold, and then it'll start squeezing and humping your calves. And it's gonna be great. After a long day of sitting at the office, which you'll be returning to 5 days a week if you haven't done so already since 2021 in Singapore, the place where they're the most scared of COVID but the first to return to office. Over in this other corner, we have a brand new entry-level $600 TV, which my owner has kindly bought as a token of appreciation for the next the next tenant, who will be paying over 200 times that value in terms of rent over the course of the next 2 years. Moving on to our first bedroom over here, we have a nice view outside, which I'm going to encourage you to keep focusing on as you ignore the train tracks that are sitting directly outside of the window that will cause you sleep problems every night as the trains come rumbling by on the overground. In each of the two smaller bedrooms, we have the cheapest closets with the cheapest ass doors we can find in order to give you a perfect ergonomic experience of auto closing doors, because every time you open those doors, it's going to go boom on the other side of the wall and bounce back in the opposite direction. And every time you want to close them, it's going to go boom against that side of the wall and it's going to bounce right back open for maximum ergonomics. The users of those two bedrooms are going to share this common bathroom, which is pretty much in 90% stock condition. So if you ask me where the $8,000 in renovation went, well, I'm going to tell you the same answer that I'm going to tell you to every question that you ask where I don't have an answer to. Ask the owner. I'm not the owner. My owner will tell you everything. And then the owner will tell you, ask the property agent, and I'll bounce it back right to my owner. That's how it works. And you're going to like it because you don't really have much of a choice here, right, sucker? Tenant. And finally, we reach the master bedroom where we have a king-size bed and a perfectly amazing view right outside, which I'm not going to show you because you might see the train tracks and start wondering if that overground train is going to rumble past and disturb your sleep. So I'm not going to show you that, but I'm going to keep mentioning the nice view. Each room also comes with free mold. As you can see in this bathroom, the ventilation in this apartment is so badly designed as a result of cost-cutting measures from building this apartment in the first place. So you're going to take a lovely shower, the water is going to get all misty and condensation is going to form up there, and it's going to breed lots and lots of mold, and you're going to like it as well because that's something that just exists everywhere, right? I'm going to tell you the same thing that every property agent in Singapore is going to tell you. Mold exists everywhere because Singapore is close to the sea. It's impossible to avoid any mold whatsoever unless you buy one of those dehumidifier units, which we're not going to provide to you. So live with it because it's not a problem specific to this unit. It is a common problem across all apartments in Singapore. I also should mention on the front door of this apartment, we have a high-tech smart lock system from a no-name brand made in China, along with a smart peephole also made by a no-name brand in China. And why is smart peephole? Because a glass peephole is just too simple and we wanted to create a solution to the problem that never existed in the first place. Anyway, both of these things are well worn, well used for the last 5 years by my owner, and they're on the verge of breaking within 6 months of the next sucker moving into this unit. So you're not just going to be able to pay $5,000 in rent every month, you're going to also be able to subsidize the purchase of a new smart lock system and a new smart peephole for my owner, because those things will break in due time, very, very rapidly after you move in. Isn't that great? Again, we have a $250 repair clause, which I will tell you, it's completely normal in Singapore, where tenants have no rights because fuck you, that's why. So there you have it, folks. A 3-bedroom, 1,000 square foot typical Singaporean apartment located in the beautiful central area, it actually is beautiful, in Singapore. So don't delay, sign the lease today. You might have problems after you move in, but I've gotten my commission anyway, and you will be happy because renting is the way to go. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Verstand?